Hello there, everyone. This is Andre of GVGINU. Thank you very much for giving me your time and your ear, and I would like to share another idea with you for a game that would work pretty well on the Wii U. Wow, that was a bit of a mouthful, wasn't it? Sonic the Hedgehog 2 Remastered, which I've played it. Honestly, it's the best version of Sonic 2 made to date. And that's because people that were hackers of the old Sega Genesis Sonic games, I think the guy's name is Stealth. They made it. Sega contracted them and they made it. Wow, Sega. There's another game that you could have made some money off of that was being done and it was a fan thing. Oh, Streets of Rage remake. That's right. Potential wasted. Potential wasted there, but I won't gripe on that right now. Sonic 2. I was about to say Sonic Adventure 2 Remastered. Sonic 2 Remastered would actually fit the Wii U pretty daggone well. For two reasons. One, even though the game is essentially the same as what was on the Genesis originally, there is the added bonus of, having the hidden palette zone actually be in this game, and you can find it while you're playing the main game. Secondly, it can make the main game actually two players again when you have Sonic and Tails. And there's a bit of a twist to that they can add. Thirdly, the competitive mode for this game, the versus mode, which is online on Google Play. You could actually have more than two people. Wow, I accidentally did that. More than two people playing it at the same time, if they set it up right. Firstly, they could. There's so much that they could do with this that could make it even better than the Google Play version, than the mobile version. Firstly, the two-player mode. Two-player mode can come back to the main game, and on top of that, it can be improved. You can literally have. Actually, it could make it 3 players and have it be co-op like that, but I would stick to 2 for local. For let's say 2 people locally, and online would be up to 3 people competitively. I'm gonna stop there. But you can have, like, so you're playing with Sonic and Tails. You pick Sonic and Tails. The first player can play with Sonic. The second player can pick up Tails. And with the Wii U, one person can be playing on the television screen with like a Pro controller or Wii remote or whatever, because it's not like the game needs a whole lot of buttons. And another person can be playing literally on a separate screen on the gamepad. Like, and both of you could still be working together as Sonic and Tails. And Tails has his abilities from Sonic 3, well, his flight from Sonic 3, which is the only ability he actually gained in Sonic 3. Tails can fly in that in Sonic 2 Remastered. First player could be Sonic, the second player could be Tails, and Sonic and Tails could actually separate without Tails having to come back to Sonic when he goes off screen. Because then you'd have 2 separate screens and 2 individual players playing. Where both characters get separate ring counts, but there's also like a parentheses next to their count that gives the total for both players. When you get hit, you obviously lose all of your rings, and the other person doesn't lose theirs, so it's like a culmination of your rings. But you have to both beat the level in order for the level to actually be completed. So if one of you beats it and the other one doesn't and they die, then you have to start over. It's kind of punishing in a way. I mean, like, die as in losing all of their lives, because I would make it. You have to make it so that the life counter is shared. So if all of the lives are lost by the second player because they suck at the game, then you both got to start over. I know that sounds kind of harsh, but sorry. But that would be local play. Then you'd have local multiplayer where you're playing against each other, local versus mode, which literally could operate in the same way as the single player, but just with separate lives and separate rings, and you basically competing with each other to see who can get through all of the levels the fastest and get the most and get the highest score. And then online literally could be the same thing as the local versus, but instead of it being limited to 2 people, you can have up to 3 people per per session, up to 3 people per session. Wow, I don't know why that word was escaping me. And that will literally, because Knuckles is in that game. You have Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles to be able to play with. So you could have one person represent each character, and all of them could try to see who can get through the levels the fastest, or whatever. And it's not like it couldn't be done. Or like where you could literally have 2 people local to one console, and then another person, or just 3 separate people. Doesn't really matter. But I would love to show how the Versus works on this, but my tablet is not properly charging for some reason. I think I need to get a new charger for it, so I can't show you guys, because I really intended to, because I had this idea quite a while ago, and it was just like my tablet's not charging up right, and yeah, I think I just need to get a new charger, because this one I think is messed up. But outside of that, honestly, it's just an idea that I think works out very well. The one thing that this could really fix, though, is the versus mode with Google Play is so freaking laggy. There have been multiple times I've been playing this with my kids, because I would let them use my Android TV box to play on the television, and I would just take this and play with them. But there have been so many times where and I'm playing easily, not playing as hard because they're my kids. I'm trying to let them have a chance to win. But even if I've been playing it, or I've seen them playing with each other, there have been times where something will happen on one screen and it doesn't, one person's screen, and it doesn't happen on the other. Like where multiple times one of them would get squashed on the other, one person's screen, but on their screen they didn't die whatsoever. Or in the special stages, it's way worse in the special stages. Like in the special stages, they'll be collecting the rings, like, but the ring counters are like you'll see wins on your side, but you might not actually have gotten those wins because of a problem with the lag. But that's probably the worst of it. It's not exactly the worst thing that can happen to the game. It's just annoying, and that could definitely be fixed, at least in the local sense, with putting it on the Wii U and having the television and the gamepad for 2 separate people to play it, because everything will all be happening all at the same time. And I'm pretty sure Nintendo's network could handle the multiplayer without a problem, as long as it was done the right way and the proper time was taken to make sure that it was running, the online was running well. But I think that's really, that's really it. I mean, there's not much else to say. The Sonic 2 itself is a pretty good game. I mean, I would love if also it was a Sonic 3 remaster. I think they're working on that, where Sonic 3 was remastered fully, and it would have an online versus mode similar to what I'm talking about now, and then also local co-op mode, similar to what I was talking about for Sonic 2. They literally just would have to transplant these ideas over to that game, and there you go, it'd be even better. But that's it. I'm pretty much done. If you haven't checked out Sonic 2 Remastered on Google Play, I suggest you do it. It's not like it's expensive. I think it's only like a couple bucks. And it's, even with touch controls, even though they kind of don't work so great, they're actually okay for that game because you're not doing a whole lot of it's fast paced and all, but you're not doing a whole lot of intricate stuff. I mean, Sonic is rather simple and straightforward for the most part. At least the 2D games are. But that's it. Thank you very much for listening. Keep your eyes and ears up for more of my stuff. And until the next time, enjoy your games. Peace out.